Many hundreds, perhaps thousands of years ago, before the cataclysmic time of the rifts, dragons were believed to have been feared and hunted all across the world. As time passed, dragons were believed to be mythical creatures, perhaps metaphors for avarice, greed, and cruelty that we were to overcome by the best humanity could muster. This, of course, was false on nearly all accounts. Dragons indeed visited Earth, as they did countless other worlds and dimensions, and were as real then as they are today. Furthermore, like any other intelligent humanoid or DB, dragons were on the same spectrum of good and evil. But, as is the case now, such was it then. When humanity feared and lacked the understanding of something, they sought to destroy it at all costs. With very little historical documentation of the pre-Rifts Earth, it isn't exactly clear what happened to the dragons who came to visit us all those years ago. Some speculate they were simply wiped out of existence by the so-called noble knights of the time. Given the scope of power possessed by dragonkind today, that seems very unlikely. Another suggestion is that they just simply left. Feeling unwelcome and feared, the ones that were here simply went back to wherever it is they came from, a place still not known to us, as they were and are a very secretive people. And finally, a solution that many scholars believe to be the most likely, they just simply went into hiding. Given their fascination and interests in humans, it wouldn't be unlikely for a number of those that weren't slain to simply utilize their amazing shape-shifting abilities to blend in and live alongside humans for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. And given the lifespan of these magical and majestic creatures, the oldest of the dragons that have been witnessed today may in fact have been hiding here all along. Dragons are very adaptable to their environments, and it is second nature to them to embrace technology and magic equally. Of course, now that the world is rife with creatures and beings from countless worlds and dimensions, the dragons feel far more confident to interact with us in their true forms when it suits them. There are many different species of dragonkind, but their behavior, emotions, and desires are not determined by their type, but rather the company they keep. The eldest of dragons tend to keep to themselves in solitude, and while even the youngest of hatchlings tend to avoid interacting with other dragons, like those that came before them, they love to indulge themselves with human interaction, even to the point of making friends, forming bonds, and facing the dangers of the world side by side with us. Some of the younger dragons can be found as protectors of small kingdoms or towns and the surrounding areas, while some may simply take joy in menacing people and demanding a tithe. But make no mistake, if you attack, betray, or harm a dragon, be prepared to face their full wrath, as dragons have it in their nature to seek revenge in ways that make the offense pale by comparison.